Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to week 13 of home learning. We are really glad to see you today and hope you've enjoyed your holiday weekend. We just want to take a few minutes to reflect on what we've been doing here at ICS with our online journey and where we need to go.
And in all that we've been doing, we're still trying to remain true to who we are as ICS. And some of you may remember and even be able to quote our motto. ICS is instruction for life, commitment to Christ, and service to the community. And we'd like to use that as a framework for as we talk about online learning, where we've been, and where we're going to go. During this time of home learning, ICS remains committing to serving you, the ICS community, by providing students with opportunity for connection with their teachers and classmates, as well as meaningful learning through purposeful routines and activities. We intend to care for our student well-being because learning and well-being serve each other. And we're navigating them through our online learning platforms and routines, as well as finding the right balance of support and independence that's sustainable for everyone.
One thing that each of us need to remember is that instruction and learning in a brick and mortar school building does not look the same as learning at home. One of the biggest differences is that with home learning, the parent becomes the person who provides most of the support for students, especially for our younger learners whose independence is still developing. And we realize this can be quite challenging. We appreciate all you are doing to help support your child's learning. Let's take a look at some of the other differences you and your child are experiencing. In the classroom, we deliver instruction face-to-face with students. But in home learning, instruction is delivered through video lessons. In the classroom, students complete their work on notebooks, paper, Post-it notes, they play games, teachers can observe them. But in home learning, students give our work to teachers through online platforms such as Seesaw or Google Classroom. When we're in the regular classroom, instruction is planned, but there's also in-the-moment instruction when kids have immediate questions and you can intervene and give immediate feedback. But in home learning, that feedback takes a little longer, and it comes through either scheduled group or one-on-one time with the teacher.
In order to provide meaningful home learning experiences, teachers are thinking about three things: predictability, pacing, and presence. Predictability is about the routines, the weekly or daily learning plans and assignments that are posted daily, videos, Seesaw, and other online learning platforms and how we use those. So the routines of how that's done is predictability. Pacing is how slowly or quickly we introduce new material and how much practice is required to master skills. This is adjusted based on student work and parent and student feedback to find just the right balance. Presence is the amount of time that teachers and students are together, and this looks different at each grade level due to developmental needs. Presence can take on two forms. First, students experience teachers' presence through written, verbal, and video communication given by the teacher in the form of recorded lessons, emails, and feedback on our online platforms. Secondly, the teacher's presence is experienced through online video conferencing, where students can interact with their teacher and classmates in real time. ICS has communicated guidelines for the amount of time that students should spend on home learning each day. Since each child is unique and is receiving individual support at home, the time required to complete assignments will probably be less, but different for each child than it would be at school. Time spent on learning at home is also shorter than at school because some things just can't be replicated as well at home as it would be at school, such as cooperative learning and group work.
Research suggests a simple rule for figuring out how long students can stay focused on an activity. To find this time, we multiply a child's age by 2 to 5 minutes. So if a child is 6 years old, he or she will be able to be focused for about 16 to 30 minutes at one time. If a child is 10, he or she will be able to focus for about 20 to 50 minutes at a time. ICS has created these guidelines based on the recommendations of the National Board of Teaching Professional Standards, which is from the United States. We've also adjusted these times to reflect our population. Due to the high level of support our students receive from you, their parents, and their access to technology, our student learning times are slightly higher than you would find at a school in the United States. We've talked about what a student's day looks like, but what about a teacher's day? Teachers spend their days face-to-face with students. They spend time creating lessons and providing feedback to students. Meeting with students is one of the aspects of home learning that we really value here at ICS. Now, how often students meet with their teachers varies based on the age and the needs of the students. Younger students meet with their teachers about 3 times each week. Older students meet with teachers daily. This could be large groups or small groups or individual times. Teachers are providing office hours where students and parents can drop in to ask questions or receive additional support for work. Student feedback is vital to the learning cycle, and teachers have been strategic to prioritize student work in relation to our standards and our end-of-the-year goals. Sometimes students receive feedback in their online learning platforms such as Seesaw or Google Classroom, while at other times they receive their feedback working directly with their teacher.
Here at ICS, we value the whole child. Even with home learning, we strive to just find the right balance between the social, emotional, and spiritual support for children and their academic support.
And this is where our commitment to Christ is so important. These are unprecedented times full of lots of uncertainty. And where there's uncertainty, there can be a lot of anxiety and stress. And we know that this has also been a stressful time for our families and our students as well. So we just want to encourage you that as we live in this really historical moment with all of these unknowns and rapidly changing times and the challenges those present, that we're here to continue to walk with you and to serve you in reliance on Jesus and our Heavenly Father for the help that we need. And we're going to provide some resources for your families that might help you to continue to navigate these times.
We just want to take a moment to thank you again for all that you do for the students. We could not do this home learning journey without you. And as always, if there's anything we can do to be of service to you, please reach out and let us know.